Hello, I'd like to introduce you to the BuddyNightOwl camera system for school buses within North America. Now, traditional mobile video surveillance consists of a DVR which is usually placed under the driver's seat and multiple cameras or a single camera mounted to that DVR. Now, the way that is installed is usually within the bulkhead and wired within the whole vehicle, and once it's wired in there, it's extremely difficult then to actually move anything around. Once it's there, it's there. And each bus usually costs around about $200 to $300 for an installation, depending on how sophisticated that installation is and the amount of cameras you want to put in there. Now, listening to our customers in North America, this becomes a real issue. You've got issues with budgets. You've got maybe a fleet of 20 buses or more, but you can only afford maybe 5 camera systems each year or a couple each year. The problem is you plan on doing that every year, and hopefully by 5 or 6 years you've actually fitted out your whole fleet, and by that time usually the first DVRs are now starting to deteriorate and now you have to replace those. The problem with that is obviously if you just install 5, you've got maybe 15 buses out there with no video surveillance coverage, and what's going to happen is that there's always going to be an incident happen on those other buses with no video cameras on it. It's just the way life is. So listening to our customers about that, we came up with a mobile video surveillance solution which is really mobile. This camera system, the BuddyNightOwl, offers high definition video at 1080p, so you're actually getting better quality video than most DVRs actually out there in the market at the moment. As well as giving you total flexibility to move this camera system within minutes to any one of your buses in your fleet. Now, how do we do that? Well, we have this bulk arm mount here. Now, what happens is this part on here is a plate with a ball socket on there, which is basically like this one here. And we then install these on every of the buses, every one of your buses, and then you can then mount. If you only want to buy 5 of these, you can move these around the whole fleet. You just basically pop the rest of the camera system in there, lock it, use this nut here, and you can see there, and then we have a key and you'll just lock that into position, and then that's it, it won't move. What's also nice about this is you can actually change where you want the camera to look. If you want to change, look it down at the stairwells, or whether you want to look at the driver one day because there's been issues, you can move this around. There's different positions. It is literally wherever you want to point this camera. If you want to look outside that day, you can do that, and then just lock it all up, use the key, and then that's in position, locked down. So what about the camera itself? Well, we have a pending security lockbox around the camera. This has a locking mechanism at the bottom there, so no access to the SD card. This uses a 32 class 10 SD card, the best SD card you can get. And you have the camera system inside. Now, what's unique about this camera system is it also has a flip down screen. So basically what's good about that is you can then do all your settings and everything already on the screen itself. So if you want to do the different time zones, change the resolution, whatever you want to do, you can just do it from the menu on the camera itself. It's all built in. Unlike other conventional systems, you have to take a monitor and try and plug that in and go through the monitor. This is already built in. This is an all-in-one type of solution, so that makes it really easy. The camera is plugged in at the back. We have a cable which comes out the back, which you can either plug into a cigarette lighter, or you can have it hardwired into the electronics of the bus, into the battery or into the radio system. That's not a problem. And it uses a 32 gig SD card, which you just slot into the back there. And that's it, locked and secure. Now, with the 32 gig SD card, what you do is you just take that out, put it into your PC, and then you can basically use Windows, Microsoft to look at that multimedia, which is already on your PC, or you can just download VLC, which for the Macs, also for PC for that matter, and they have some great features for zooming in. And because this is high definition 1080p, you're able to zoom in really closely because of the quality within the video itself. If you actually look at most mobile video surveillance vendors, if you actually ask them to blow up their image, if you're actually at an exhibition show, ask them, say, why is your image so small on the screen at your exhibition show? Ask them why is it so small. Ask them to blow it up. They can't blow it up because a lot of them don't actually have high definition video. And if they did blow it up, you'll see it go really grainy. Without high definition, you'll see big screens, you can put it on and it still retains its quality. That's not an issue. So basically you have this whole system all built in one, really versatile, really easy to use from a software point of view. If you're new to computers, this couldn't be any easier from a computer point of view. You just basically open it up, just drop on the file you want to see. All the files are numbered by date and time, so you can just really just see which file you want already on the actual SD card. So you just pull the files you want to see, and you just drop it on, and it opens it all up automatically for you. We have videos on actually how to use the software, and we also have videos on actually how to do the settings. We find that manuals are a little bit more difficult for people to understand. It's a lot easier if you can see a video. That's why we do these type of promotional videos. So really, this system all in one for every vehicle, it's $540 all in. That's everything. No other installation costs apart from one of your engineers just putting these metal plates on, which it's a couple of screws, and then that's it, done. You're all done and finished and up and running, and you can move these to any of your other buses in the fleet. So give us a call if you've got any interest. We're happy to quote. We also have other solutions. If you do want a traditional 4-camera type of system, we can do that also. But this BuddyNightOwl is really been successful in the school bus market in North America. It really is a nice, easy solution if that's what you're really looking for. And hopefully we'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much.